I forgot to turn off my stream. And after get a 10 to max 3 over the few set of skills. Quivers lose it. If you excuse a moment, even if guild 6 various of matters, where Shane allows you to wait beyond the present. Are you a girl? I bid you welcome to our home. Allow me to explain the basic art of the fort. It's range. Unlike those arms used for other disciplines of war, it allows you to. The bow may not boast a destructive force of a spear. It may a shortcoming after experience can immobilize striking a lay or a sabotaged with an arrow. Rise to become a virtuous archer and venerable deluge of death. Therefore, the term. This paramount import as a role with the requested placement and timing, but a single arrow may. To this end, seek to install the discerning eye within its members that it might not have to bend the bow. It is no simple undertaking to perform skilled archer. You may be prepared for a long, arduous journey. Fun, but as well as futures. For this mommy may consider it would be Asha. Anyway, I wouldn't speak. I would have you undertake a trial. Before proceeding any further, image grow ladybugs and fungus animal. To do so, you approve the because I say that you must use your bow. Report back. Go. Among many duties, I have participated to train those who will master the bow. Alongside the townfall, I am able to lend an ear to the woes of dispatching archers. Oh yeah, we will seek to install the certain eye members and that we learn. How the fuck? How do you use straight shot? I just didn't know exactly where to look. It took a while for me to. If it looks like you can parkour, you can go there. So where it is now. Stick the pets up to you. As a breath-ish. Alright, good evening here. I felt that it was a time that you have own grown. Before you begin, I wish to ensure that you have grasped this fundamental essence of art. Feel this no matter the time. An archer must remain vigilant from any trace of the target, overlooking not the smallest detail. It proves crucial to the realization, and we must. The number of targets are hidden. Look. Oh, I have a long look. Oh, there's a glitch. Alright. After that, I might check the shop. Or check if I can find it. I'm about 5 AM to figure out how fun this is. Oh yeah. Move. What did I get? Ah, dang it. I know it. Damage is increased by 15%. Oh, that's a good ability. A damage boost. 15% is not a lot though. I get like War has this ability where you get like this one free perfect critical. I think Paladin has like more like damage. 15% is alright. If this gun was like more of a rapid fire, so I would say it's still a good ability. I'm not wrong. It's 50% is not a bad power boost. Let's see. Disciple of the Lord, level 60. Gunbreaker. Will it start at level 1 or level 60? I hope I think it's level 60, because if it's level 1 I'll be so pissed off. Speaking of level 1, Blue Mage is going to be a nightmare, because I'm not a fan of doing Blue Mage. Blue Mage is going to suck. Oh, there's one. Where's this next one right here? I like height. I miss this one. This is actually a fun quest. I'm not lying. There's still one in here. Okay, what the hell? There's one. What's the range on this weapon now? Range. 25 yards. Damn, that's 25 yards. That's pretty good. How do I activate? Can only do when straight shots ready. The fuck is straight shot? Why does it stay still here? Well, I'm going other downstairs. My question is, how the hell am I supposed to do this? It's gonna be fair, so I have about 5. I'll start at 12 to see if I can get a look for it. The hint was it has to be where I could see it. Otherwise, it's either at the crystal tower or a viewpoint where I can see the crystal tower. Because that trick annoyed me when I was doing the manor one, because I looked everywhere at the manor because it says manor. Like nah, you have to see the manor. I'm like, fuck off, man. I hate when quests have that. Like, oh, it's not basically. Oh, you're not supposed to be it there. You're supposed to have it show where you're supposed to look. Yeah. Now let's travel to the north shot and then try to put down 8 macro and 8 opas. I forgot to say. None of these are references, quite numerous, and yet you may be assured that at this time, evaluate performance. Produce a poison that strength. If you commence attack and identify what is seen. My grace. Affect targets with heavy, 40%. I'm guessing it slows them down. That might actually come in handy. You know why have me slaying like high level monsters? Welcome back, Kenan. Tell me, use? We are faced with the enemies so we can attack us. Simply raining arrows upon them is wasteful and dangerous. The battle will be not constrained. By employing the techniques, however, one must bring down foes greater ease with few arrows. For instance, you may choose to prime your weapon when striking a foe with bloody toxins to sap their strength over time. On the assumption that the fact that the target is down upon the prior to falling your seat, I congratulate you passing this trial. Leith, 7. What is your honest evaluation? Not bad, if you ask me. The adventure puts a good bow into the size. A pleasure to meet you. My name is Leith. I'm a second year at this guild. It's quite plain that you have talent, but you take care of your mind, your surroundings when you're pursuing a target. I had my eye on you for the duration of the trial, and not once did you notice my presence. From you. Your every movement is wasteful, adventurer. Your back is crooked, your elbow is misaligned. I take you an age to prime your bow, twice as long to lose an arrow. In summary, you fail on all counts. You have no talent as an archer, none whatsoever. I shall say it plainly, this is not fit to it. For one's sake, and as always said, outsiders can scarce be expected to understand. Never mind, master and lord. We waste their breath trying to teach his like. I'll introduce yourself. The fellow was once a one of the gods' quiver, you say he can be a little opinionated when it comes to archery, but you mustn't pay him any heed. He likes that to everyone. You'll be lucky a great much sense of fossil food. Why would Elzen like him to be the best of town? It's always 12 foot this, element that, or no. Antiquinely, I know full well of that some kind of prideful, too excess intolerant of other races. Although people may behold the same, even when they are different things, there is no right or wrong for it. It's a particular thing you choose to adopt. If you were to possess a bright eye, and even a berserk great understands it shall lead you astray. Good night. Resume your train. I look forward to making a profit when you next this. How far have you and you have taken my counsel how I learned. I will have you discover what it means to behold things from a different standpoint. You recall your senior in his guild has given you over her care of his lesson. Speak with her. Remember how Bomas had to seek out and destroy targets well, I'll see how you do the same, but this time, however, you will need to venture out the gates. I'm sure you realize this by now, that there is no guarantee of safety in Tullus, but as you search, you won't have the luxury of focusing solely on your creative. So avoid unnecessary combat and maintain a safe distance from any hostile creature you encounter. Contact, take your heat and rest directing company. How could I hit in the center south as before? You use your heavy shot technique to destroy each one of them within. Alright, let's go. Well, you have your work thus far. I'm sure you learned it. Let's continue our mind and we receive the request that John thinks to provide a perfect opponent. It seems when true signs of void have been increasing in 100 yards. The request is the conjurers often turn to help before you ask. The good reason the creatures in the question ability can cause for the problem majorly turn inclined. And that quite enough about conjurers' troubles. Lucina taught you how to discern an enemy's key trait, did she not? Well, now you need to go while mid. Consider the apprehension review of your lesson my own. Your orders are to follow. Head out to East Shroud and try to put H. What are these quests? This quest's mostly about killing the storyline. Maybe there's a... Was there That was not 10 seconds. judging by this impression, I say you feel it maneuvering. Vultures won't have to keep wings length. Their attacks will send you flying. The solution is simply maneuver to the rear. Tree slugs, on the other hand, have an annoying knack to disrupting spellcasters with their secretion. As such, you will keep this creature away from any. Needless to say, good positioning is the key. What kind of game were they think they were trying to make? That sounds really cool, but there's no way. One, a tree slug is very slow, so it will never get to you. This tree is fundamental hunting. Before the keepers of the moon consider the archery. Inside, I suppose this was far more less than hunting than archery. Who knows well my past. Hunting is an art, but I never gave them. I must give it myself. But do not forget the hunters must recognize the prey's weakness and strike swiftly. That concludes the lesson. I just saw him spawn in. The adventurer, is it true? Are you the one who slew the So you cannot consider Roger's eyes? Man? How dare she entrust security of people to the hands of a stranger? I knew Mikotos were reckless, but she is downright irresponsible. Shame on her. We have to fight for women's presence in our guild. Every time she wastes an arrow on game, she drags our noble. Okay, racists. Hey, and this boy. Your skill with the bow is undeniable, as in your love in our nation. Yet there is much more you have yet to learn about archery. It has matured greatly in a short time that he has been with us. You knew this to be true. I suggest you come to turn further here, or you'll be giving him his necklace after all. Of course, you have any objection? Good. I will have devote yourself to hold your training ahead of your lesson. Suffice to say, he will not be an easy. On that we can agree. Okay, racist. Blood letter. And with that, blood from the current target. Oh, it's more of a move that I will not use. I'll use it for fun, but not. Welcome back. I trust you keep your eyes and nose to it. As mentioned last we spoke, you were trained on this tutelage. Put aside your misgivings and avail yourself to the war experience. Go ahead. It seems too much hope you will return. The others believe that you have potential. I'm not easily convinced. Like you have not the faintest inkling of what I mean to be an archer. And how could you? Archery is a good tradition of Willwood Elven. Ah, this is going to be the racist episode. To read what enemies have been instilled in over centuries. Time we will defend a great nation every imaginable foe. Getting insight you will never possess. Can you recognize this? I wonder if you play this game with a Elven and see if his dialogues are the same. Predict an opponent's movement? No. Can you glean? No. It's only out of respect for Lucian I agree to teach you. Go east shrine and seek out the Yet mine will the targets will have been hidden. I do mean hidden in the midst of regions of savage beasts. In an unlikely event that you spy a target, you have limited range necessary to slip past the pilot. They consider beyond you. What have I found? Perhaps you're thinking that Mikotos set you a similar task? You're wrong. She asked me to consider where the foes are. I demand you discern position where they will be now. Observe them closely and discern their characteristics. Learn to read their movements, to recognize patterns in their behavior. If it eyes see, let it not see you. If it has ears, let it not hear you. Be neither, but enough to count the shadow. Yeah. Dude, your targets are easier. The go with me harder. Uh-oh, enemy. Oh, wow. Dude, his was the easiest. The girl who put it around many cities, harder. The girl put it in like harder. Yours was so easy to find. He puts them like broad, like in the open, like where I can actually see it. So your turn, pass the performance. But the bare minimum for an archer. I carry with me generations of wounds, tradition built upon the bones of many outsiders who tried to walk in ours. I wish it was my ancestors who first learned to conceal their presence and fight from the shadows, to hold the enemy from distance and protect the weak. All of it, everything was. This is a wish you cannot understand. But if you're something to follow my footsteps, I bid you go to North Shroud. Exo scouts have been sighted near the river at West Seahart. Unless you are entirely ignorant of Gradinian history, I may not explain that the fact that act of aggression. The meanings do not matter. It's the leader, Sul Kalt. He commands the sky and will be guarded. Yet he stands upon hostile grounds, with birdmen not lost from protection. If you are diligent and determined, you can slip through their defenses and slay the leader. This is the art of the Gradinian archer. Embrace the wisdom and I have bestowed upon you, and fight will be short. If you see the deed done eventually, I will take it as proof of your commitment to us. And labor no more drive you from the guild. Now go. Should I go? Bro, what the fuck? Okay, big boss time. Okay, he's a mage. That goddamn adventure should be so. The only by grace of you survive. Even though it's pure, I keep my word. You should stay or you should go. I care not. You have completed the task and no longer my responsibility. Go now to Lucian. Lavish with your praise. Oh well, you get none from me. Offer you. Whatever. You don't understand this to go. Show up a scouting party that you did so with Precious Gil. How exactly was that training, Lucian? Just an adventurer. Silver trust him into the jaws of an enemy. And when against all expectations he did come back, as stubborn or still refused to acknowledge his skill. Is that truly your impression? Well, yeah. He said it was pure luck. Honestly, I'm with her on this one. Mere noise. Shivia sees or that I have no doubt. Did you not mark the way he covered his mouth when he uttered those words? It is a habit of him to do so on occasion when his tongue and heart are in disagreement. For all his skills at reading into others, he has not yet recognized his own. Impressive work. You have applied yourself with lay and silver lesson I demonstrated command. You are now an archer in your own right. Allow me to teach you soon. Slingshot is an advanced technique that enables archers to evade attacks while continuing to fire. Uses. I have faith that in the regular practice, it deploy its advantage from your seniors, and I think Dragoon does this ability a bit too. Yeah, Dragoon does it too, but I think Dragoon has like a good use for it. I think Archer has a good use for it too. Repelling shot. You came in a good time for catastrophe. The depiction has arrived the property of the Buskaner are in the Shah's Rabbits. The practitioner Buskaner himself have requested our assistance in dealing with a gang of poachers. I would have the three of you meet him and it'd be better if I went alone. The Makoto and the other one will only cover me. No sir. We will go as three. Also, it is past time you recognize as a fellow archer. I will not have held my tongue on the matter of his continued presence here, but I will bend no further. Who in the seven hells do you think you are? In case you've forgotten, you aren't even a quiverman anymore. That this may be, but I have shed the blood of defending our borders on my youth. Savage, you know nothing about me, you bigoted son of a... Enough. And one more. You shall have cause to regret up. The three of you will go to busking your throne, and shall now out on my side. like, how many kills do you win? How many, and I'm like, how many kills are, I don't have to talk to you, old man. I put in a request for some Kenan archers to help me track down these gang poachers that have been plaguing these parts. If I may, it is uncommon to find poachers in this region. While regrettable, neither God's Killer nor Wood of Waller deemed them worthy of attention. Why did you imagine them worthy of ours? Because they aren't common poachers. They're a Pak Mukan gang. They said she and hers are always moving, staying one step ahead, but I reckon she's hiding out there somewhere. Thing is, I can't send my I made a pact with the red-bellied bandits who stay out of their territory, and they don't make no trouble out of it. That being so, if I summon a mass rank of whalers and quivermen, all 7 hell will swiftly break loose, assuming they thought the matter worthy of their attention, of course. Needless to say, that's not an opinion. As the luck would have it, I got 3 keen archers to take care of the kid. Then we'll leave, split up and scour the area and search for the sign of poachers. Should you discover anything, return here and wait. We will reconvene to compare our findings along the go. Nice. I'm glad you cheered up. I put arrows. These are both evidence of illegal activity, but nothing that help us find a poacher. And these meat bottles are but an old refuse from before Dutra was even built. There are no connection to the gang. What do we know about the Panmonism? I know that she is the most infamous poacher ever to walk the clover. A born leader deadly with a bow, she has formed her own gang of Makoto hunters. She was apprehended once and would have been brought to justice had she not tricked a foolish young sentry into releasing her before vanishing without a trace. That's so. In any case, we've scorned the area and found nothing. How do we know this Pano is? I say we inform God's and Wood Whalers, taking care not to impesh these immerse. If it concerns Gordinia, Makak is a savage, utterly immoral poacher whose actions have indirectly threatened the city of well-being. But would it vagrant view know the duty of one homeland? No more than he, I suspect. Say something. Very well. You return to the mountain. Maybe perhaps we should take a sick look at the clues that we've gathered. Look at all you want, though the trap and iron suggest poaching. There's nothing remotely unusual about them. I told you that but if the bottles were so old, why do they retain the scent of mead? They must surely have been opened recently. Wait, before the calamity, Buskina once served as a sentry. Yet even then, he sometimes spoke of owning his own tavern, and it was an open secret that he was brewing his own private stock. Of course, his old outpost look. It may be pawned for truck, but we must investigate at once. Pick the one that no one picks. Christ. Any signs? The ground is covered in Makota footprints. These tracks are fresh, very fresh. I wager the bandits were alerted to our coming and fled. Here. Ah, there. I was thinking we've caught ourselves a meddling. You fly when. Speaking of ill manner, did you know if it ain't decent to barge your way into Our Lady's bedchamber without knocking? Oh, crap. We refuse to lecture us on the matter. Truly, I've heard it all. They have it outnumbered. We best split up. The leader's mine. I tried to isolate her from the litter. The rest at least to you. As you will. Oh wow, we are ambushed. Well, let's see what you got, homie. We're gonna take you on. I ran into this opponent really good. You got him. Hey, yeah, you also did that spam move. That's good. You're not bad. Was that the last of them? Have you seen? Oh. That's a poor, piss poor showing, sister. And you call yourself a keeper? The hunter with no fangs ain't nothing but prey. Looks like playtime's over. Being seen you, sister. Also, your entire squad's dead. Where's the rest of the team? Oh yeah, they're dead. So which problem I get after all? Must be informed. They were at my old post and drank my old mead. That stings most of all. 'Tis past time my proper authorities were informed. I'll send messages to the women in God's cover. The rebellions won't like it one bit, but I've seen they tell exactly who the military's after. Only hope it'll be enough. Her promise are foolish. Now she knows she's been spotted. She'll break camp and be long gone by the time the next bell sounds. The trail won't stay fresh long either. Anyways, you've done me a great kindness. Appreciate that help. You're going to fail to recognize that name. Thought has spoken with such bitterness. If we lack the strength to face ourselves, this thank you for confronting her and survive as a testament of your grown mastery of the art. I was surprised you're not able to try upon return. I presume we got his own natural state of affairs. No, Mars is a loss. Truly, every DO beseek the charity of vision. I inspire you to share that perspective. To go forward, know we always look forward to it. Hoped you would have come. I'm concerned with the sure signs of losing perspective, and well, perhaps it's best you to see, so I cannot help. This. Lucian sends you a testament by any chance. This is what I'm going to say. If you must know, I've decided to leave the guild. I mere tread once to finish what we started. The gods seem content of ignoring the warnings. I will not let her escape again. And it cost me my place in God's quiver. And this foolish young sentry, when I spoke, he was me. We had her. There was no escape, and she began to wail about a wooden comrade, and one help she took and I blamed and I failed to see through my most elementary ruse. And while we forgive her, maybe perhaps sorry her. But I wonder, like you, who not understand what it means to betray her. I do not intend to leave just yet. I will continue to get information until I am certain of her whereabouts. Make no mistake though, it's only a matter of time. If you are concerned about a fellow guildmate, you should attend to moping. The sight of her shuffling around it's you. Do you think about home? Do you ever? Mine was a good poor village of the 12 of us. The field was more than sequence of merchants hardly ever bothered to visit. But we didn't need it. Then the calamity came and I remember running and screams. It was louder than some below now, and I was here. A strange city surrounded by more people than I'd ever seen. I don't know any of them, but I knew how to hunt. I was good at hunt, and the guild gave me a pace. At least I thought sheep hung was so much more. I've been thinking there might be a sign. Maybe Silver is right. The city is no place for an outsider like me. So I decided to leave. I'm glad to have known you. Well, forgive me if I'm being too selfish, but I want you to meet. I want to meet you. I was thinking of marrying him. It's rude to someone and he's mine. I wear him. He's a member of the Archers Guild just like me. He's not a good junior. I don't recall his face and no I will. Well, he's a typical recruit, but I reckon. Goodbye. I'm at a loss, but I realize now that my place isn't with the Guild with Virginia. They never accept me. That's where I belong. My people carry tradition and archery. I left. So I'm going with Paul. Maybe you don't understand now. Just promise me you'll. Wow, very blurred. Lots of nerves. If I do, I'll show you what happens. Or death. Why do you even bother? What are they giving you besides? You come so quickly, maybe you didn't surpass me. I have to know where in Bannock. And the finish so much. Well, you expect that they're teaching you hard fraud. Also, every other struggle became obsessed with mine own. I was afraid to let go of the cherished notion of archery. My family notion. I learned early. No one's ever true. Yeah. And I want to show how the archers we train ourselves to my eyes and my to defy attempt to discern the naked truth. It is wonder then I've neglected to go inside right now. Though unconscious wonder, I draw together you and Lucian. Yes, you're not bloody wildwood. God help me out. I think I might actually miss him. I turn to him. If we can see him go, perhaps it'll become useless. With our skill, we can help fellow archers to build beyond the suburban or by him county. Hey! Perhaps you can talk some sense to this darn fool. Commissioner, at least let us participate. War will be long gone before the forces had even assembled. Alone I can move more swiftly, take these poachers by surprise and force them. You understand how you feel, huh? But this is too reckless. At least permit. You're not understand. You know what it means to take the private home. To want more anything to protect it, and to be consumed by guilt while gone. I see what you're not going. With my eyes can see clearly. Open yours. You have friends here. His lying setting hasn't improved. If he honestly thinks he's doing us a favor by forbidding us from getting it, he's even bigger for than I imagined. He's been ambushed. Urgent to follow me. I'm saying before you cannot conceal the truth. The others are upon us. We must take our stand. Told you, I do not want your assistance. Quite why you have deluded yourself to think. You're the one being deluded, thinking you could deceive us, when you even blind man can see through. You cover your mouth every time you tell a lie. Observe with intent, overlooking not the smallest detail in this concern your subject's unique characteristics and recognize patterns in behavior. I learned things from Lucy and from you. I'll be damned if I'm going to watch you get yourself killed. There's still so much I don't know about Gardenia and wild archery. So much that I need you to teach me. Fixing your form is the least I can do. Why you? Is already on the move. We have but one chance to catch them. Poachers themselves, the 12 will use bone whistle like one to communicate. I believe we can lure Pawa into hiding. Why you came here? For this gang's whistle. If you attempt to help me, I have a task for you. I was last seen near Ishamar, to the east of the camp. Though a hollow tree trunk is a clearing into two streams meet, the aft won't congregate. We will lay our traps, and you will. I swear on a good that no harm will come to you. Oh. I should trust this. Hey, is this my harem? Let's take the hint. I do hope you will forgive my fortis, madame. No, sir. It's not flattering. I would have agreed to. Why don't you show our great well admirers? Oh God, we are surrounded. Alright, let's finish this. I don't know if I... God, I'm paralyzed. Dude, you're surrounded. Ah, he's paralyzed, so I can't move fast enough. smart to use paralyzed and I can't, and then your next attack is gonna hit me whatever. Why are you running? Oh, we use the same bow. Oh, hi. The base still works. She must have hit it. You learn nothing from listening. Your style is far removed from the. Still, you adequate yourself. I will see a paw. You should try to escape. She released. Yamcha pose. And with the tea bag, I'm going.